folks, we're about to start another week. Down here feeding this morning. I want to take and show you guys this. These are our new chickens that Anna raised at her place and we brought down here, and we got 2 of them that went to setting. I don't want to disturb them too bad, but I can show you guys. So we got 2 of these hens that are setting. Oh, we got another egg in there. I'm gonna see if I can't bring that egg over this way. But as you can see, they've been sitting a while. Their combs are dark. This one here, I think, is about to hatch. This other one started later. But as you can see, they went sitting side by side. So I hope they know whose chicks are what. We're hoping we get some chicks out of them. They got quite a few eggs under them. The other hens have took the laying outside or laying in the coop, laying further away from the coop. So we're just going to leave them, let them set, see if we can't raise some babies. And I'm going to try to snag that egg without getting pecked. She's kind of upset about stuff. We haven't had a chance to clean this coop out because she might pick me here. There we go. She's got quite a clutch of eggs there. Hopefully I didn't disturb her too bad. Never know about these young chickens. What might disturb them, but it's warm enough I don't have to worry about the eggs, that's for sure. So hopefully they hatch out some babies and continue to take and grow our flock. Working this little horse for Fred. He's a long yearling, like I mentioned before, and he is just got a head full of sense. He's still learning, but still real scared. But I'm gonna take and try to work with him every morning and keep his pen clean and see if we can't get him. I really need to take and trim his feet, but I got to get him to a place where he trusts me enough to where I can trim his feet. So that's my next goal, and that's what I'm working towards, is just getting him to let me pick his feet up and to not have to be tied up to do that. I don't want everything in his life to be a fight. I think that's the biggest issue that we have with horses. People make everything a fight, and then their whole life is a fight. So it's going to take it. Clean up his pen and maybe pet on him a little bit. I think the very first thing you got to do is you got to get a horse to know who you are and to respect your space and just to be comfortable around you. So if they don't know who you are in the pecking order, then they don't know who they are, and things are always kind of up in the air. So he's coming along really good though. Growing. He's already grown a little bit. He's already put on some weight. So I'm gonna get after it and get this pen clean. He's still kind of unsure about me. If I have a horse that won't lead forward, I always want to make sure I can drive them forward. Forward motion on cue is not about going in circles. It's about getting from point A to point B. And if a horse won't lead, then you can drive them where they need to go. You gonna nip me? You gonna nip me? You gonna nip me, huh? He is a little stud horse, and I've got him pretty calm. I've been working with him the past 2 or 3 days, and easy there, buddy. Easy there, buddy. And got him where I can take him, fed on him on both sides. He still wants to back up on this side, but he's starting to respect this pressure, and he is kind of nippy. It's all right. He's young. He don't know no better. So just gonna work on forward motion on cue first. Ask him to go forward. He's really receptive. He's got a head full of sense and he's growing. You're gonna see him go through some changes here where he looks kind of awkward. As he goes forward here, he's kind of pulling on me, so I'll just pull and release. Pull his head back to my circle and release. Pull his head back to my circle and release. Till he gets to understand to stay on that circle without me having to hang on to him. I don't like to have to hold a horse in a circle. We'll move him around here. He runs in there, I pull him and release. Now I'm going to send him the other direction. Now with these young horses, I don't generally take and spend more than about 10-15 minutes with them in a day. Maybe morning and night if I'm here before dark. I'll play with him again. But he's really learning to go forward really nice. He doesn't pull on me on this side as bad. And again, my goal here is to be able to take and trim his feet. So I want to be able to touch his feet here, pick it up, and I'll hold it for as long as I think he'll let me. Then I'll let it go. Good boy. And just starting to touch him all over. Still kind of nervous about it. He's got this one foot that he's breaking over to the inside, and I need to kind of straighten that up because his bony column's not as twisted as his foot is. It just comes from not ever having his feet trimmed. So just want to work on him here. He backs up. Every time a colt backs up or a horse backs up, I want to come in there and reverse that thought and bring them forward. I'll just reach down here. Release. Good boy. It's okay. All this is new to him. He's never had this done, but he's gotten pretty confident with me. So I'll just reach down here, grab that foot. Before he gets too antsy, I'll drop it. If he's going to drop it, he's going to start fighting at 3 seconds. I'm going to turn it loose at 2. If he lets me hold it for 3, next time I'll try for 4. But I don't want him to think it's a fight. I just want him real comfortable with me. And on this side, he's not as comfortable as you can see, but he's getting better about it. There we go. I'll be able to clean this foot out. I just rub him here. Good boy. So he's pretty gentle. Got him going forward. Really working on picking up these feet. There we go. And I don't have to trim him all at once. That's the thing about these young horses. I can take and I can trim them. You know, clean them out one day, get them used to that. Clean them out the next day. Maybe do a little bit of knife work. Bring the nippers in. Clean it up real quick. Nip them. Rasp them later. Get them used to rasp. Get them used to things. You don't have to take and tie a young horse up and just cause it to be a fight. Introduce it to them in small steps. Do what you can do, and then let them go back to being a colt. He was really jumpy about his head here. So what I've been doing is teaching him to kind of drop his head down there. He's not real comfortable with it yet, but he's getting there. Dropping his old head down there. Want him to be soft here. Good boy. He's not too sure about it, but he's getting more confident with me. So what I end up doing here is desensitizing him, and the old fella that had him, he did some of this stuff with ropes and flags, which really gave us a start. But he was far from being quiet. I've worked with him the past 3 or 4 days and got him pretty quiet. And I'm still letting him drag a rope around, which you see he's a little bit more jumpy on this side. most horses have one side or the other they're not real confident in, and this is his side. So, and he's probably had more handling on the other side than he has this side. So just want him quiet and confident about the ropes. But having a horse drag a rope around really helps them get used to this stuff. I'm just going to spend about 10-15 minutes a day with him. Just get him used to being handled, get him over ropes and stuff like that. Come back in here, pick that foot up. There we go. Hold it a little longer, maybe tap on a little bit. There we go. And then I'll just take, let him drag that rope. And not a whole lot he can get tangled up on in here. Sometimes he gets it up over his head, but makes it easier to catch him. And it's a whole lot more quiet than me coming in here and having to rope him every time. And just a lot less stressful on him to where he runs from me. I can just ease up there, grab that rope. He never runs from me. You've got to think about how you're setting the horse's mind up for the future. And there's a lot of things that we've done in the past and a lot of things that we've done traditionally that set the horse up to have anxiety about certain things. And I think that if we really watch our patterns on how we do things, I think that we can minimize those anxieties in a young horse, and they have a whole lot better life going forward. They don't have as much trauma. So I think dragging a rope is a really good idea for these young horses. That way you're not chasing them around, you're not having to rope them. People say, well, it's not bad for them, but it sets up a habit. I've seen it in some of my horses over the years where we've roped them and stuff like that. And there's some instances you just have to do that, but on a daily basis, for me to have to come in here and rope him or to work him to where he faces up to me and I put a halter on him, they learn to be chased first. And I think that's probably not the best route to go with these young horses. Let them drag a rope, ease in there, get it. They don't ever run from you. And pretty soon they learn that you coming in there is a good thing. He got scratched on. I chased some of the flies away from his face. And nothing really bad happened to him. So we're going to go get to work now. And over the next few months, I'll be working with this guy, trimming his feet, just working with him 10-15 minutes a day, get him driving. We're going to get a saddle on his back. He is coming 2 years old. We're going to have him pack a saddle. Probably won't have a rider on him for a bit till he grows up. We'll take and see how he progresses.
Alrighty, folks. I'm going to take and end this video up right here. Remember to like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about us, and tune in next time to see what we take and get into next. Remember, if you don't know which way to go in this old world, commit your ways unto the Lord. Trust also in Him, and He'll bring it to pass. We'll see you later.